Okay, I think everything turned on. Apologize you had time for the light in the background. Camera placement's not great. I'm not in the actual studio, just camera placed there. Alright, here we are. We're on as you. And first, I just said a little, hi gang, please don't shoot me for not being Paul and not joining you. He's very social. I'm just here for this. Need to change your settings. So I'm changing your settings right now so I can do the whole screen. Our monitors are different. So when you get back into the game, you're going to want to change them back the way you want them. But my monitor is different than yours. So I got to switch out. This is my monitor. Bleep. And we will, there's no apply. We will save. Save settings, yes. Bing! There we go. Now we're big. I'm going to go ahead and make this full screen also. Video. This is in windowed mode. Windowed. Nope. We want the full screen. Bloop. There we go. Now your game is set for my computer and... Hello. What's going on here? Shows up on my screen great. It's not being recorded very well. Let me try this a different way here. Let me group like this. Video, instead of full screen, we'll go to full window. Save. Yes. Ah, there we go. This looks good. We're in good shape now. Yeah, perfect. Alrighty, let's see here. This is the KDK3. Wow, okay. Just looking at it, the first thing I've noticed is you've got great hill humping locations here. These look like autocannons right up by your cockpit. And that is awesome in my opinion, because then you can like just crest a hill, and all of this under here is covered by hill, and you can shoot things you can see. If you can see it out your window, you can hit it. That is a beautiful setup. So let's take a look here. Ultra AC 10s all around. You got 4 of them, so right off the bat you're going to run into ghost heat problems. And that's probably what this says. Firing more than 2 AC 10s simultaneously will result in a heat spike higher than normal. And we've got 4, so we're not going to do that. But I like the idea of making a DACA, you know, which is a term for kind of like a machine gun with autocannons. I think that's great. Okay, so I'm going to follow some of your idea. Take out half this ammo. We're going to leave those there. Let's put some 5s in there, and we're going to rely on speed. So you're going to be spamming the living daylights out of your fire button. Bap, 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 bap. I want to check the... Alright, so all structure. The quirks are all structure based, which means you can take a hit. And we need to make sure you've got armor everywhere. Yeah, you're... Oh, but we may not put anything into your arms. So arms may just be for shielding purposes, which is nice. Alright, ballistics. UC5s. You already have 4 of them in the warehouse. Good, we're going to use a pair of them. 1 there. 1 there. Now, get rid of that just for purposes of keeping things even for a moment. Alright, 5 ammo. We like ammo in the legs. People don't like to shoot legs on giant 100-ton mechs. Alrighty, we're right there right now. Now, I know that you like AMSs, and anything this big, oh, you've got spare AMS, good, because those things are expensive. Alright, so we'll throw an AMS in there, and an AMS needs ammo. Alrighty, we're just going to get 1 ton of AMS ammo, we'll put it in the head. A lot of people make fun of me for that, but oh well, there it goes. Okay. Now, your clan mech, can we change this stuff? We can change this. Some clan mechs, you can't change these upgrades. They're locked in place. And you don't have enough money to do double heat sinks. Double heat sinks is a brilliant idea. Okay, because you get 10 heat sinks in your engine, listed at the bottom. Of course, I can't just point with my finger. You know, I point with my finger, it doesn't really show up on the thing. Okay, so if we look right there, you got 10 heat sinks on the bottom there. And we switch to double, all 10 of those will be double also. So that's without adding any additional heat sinks. You instantly get that 40% bonus on 10 heat sinks built in the engine. We want to do that, however, you don't have the money for it at the moment. And I don't feel right selling off any of your stored weapons to pay for it, so we might just earn some. Alright, we're looking at 92 tons out of 100. 64 speed for 100 ton mech, that's good. We're not going to change your engine any. We might not change your engine any. We're going to come back to that. Right now you're seeing a 100 ton mech with XO engine. Which means now left torso is a kill shot, right torso is a kill shot, and center torso of course is a kill shot as always. And if we can limit that, that would be just ducky. Okay, first thing I do want to do though is we will come back to the arm later. 38, let's go up to about 40 there, and oh wait, I was looking at that wrong. 46, I was looking at brain fart. Okay, 46 is good. I don't like this. Boop, 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 boop. Boop, 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 boop. We don't like that. We definitely don't like this. What's this? You have 14 left in your center torso. All of that needs to be there. We're a 100 ton mech. We are going to get shot. Nothing this big gets to a battle without getting shot. That's just how it goes. Alrighty. You can fit. You might want to do some close-up stuff there. So my thinking is close-up or heat. What do we want to look at first? Right now, let's stop with where we're at here and see what our heat looks like with no extra heat sinks, no double heat sinks, and 4 guns. None of them are drawing ghost heat right now because you're not using more than 2. You've got 2 AC-10s and 2 AC-5s, and we're going to do massive amounts of energy, not one-shotting. Alright, weapon groups. All these need to be on 1. They are. Beautiful! Alright, home with our groovy Kodiak. Man, that is a beast. I love it. He is gorgeous. I don't even like clan mechs, but I like that thing. That thing is a beast. It's kind of cool. Alright, testing grounds. Forest colony is fine. Okie dokie. And we don't have anywhere near as much ammo as we're going to want. Especially using ultras, because, well, they're almost a machine gun. Now, to make this build work the way I'm thinking for you, is you're going to need both cooldowns, and we'll talk about modules later, but you clearly don't have the money for modules yet. That's going to take like 6 million credits to get the modules, I'm thinking just right off the bat, for this thing. So, we'll take a look at that in a bit. But, okay, oh, look at me, I'm huge. I gotta take a look at this thing. This thing is just so gorgeous. Look at you. Alright. Pow! Okay, now that's just one shot, which does 15 points per side, so 30 points of damage per shot with 1 bullet. Alright, but we're not gonna do 1 bullet ever in this. Never, ever, ever. Just keep spamming as fast as you can. Alright, weapon jams, we ignore those, you know. Takes about 4 seconds to cycle through, and bueno, and yeah, okay, so we need heat sinks. We need double heat, and we need heat sinks right away. Because even with this setup, you're still running hot. You know, we need to not be running hot. Because the name of the game I'm thinking on this is shoot a whole lot.
Artillery
which means we're not relying on one-shot kills.
Heat level critical.
We're relying on, you know, mass damage through carbon. I'm not going to spend your cooling thing. It's good that you put one in there. A cooling thing and an artillery strike, that's smart. 40,000 apiece. I'm not going to spend one here just goofing off.
Target destroyed.
There we
Heat
go, but
level
your heat
critical.
is a problem. Alright.
Ultra autocannon ammo at
Heat's a problem,
25%.
and ammo, we expect it to be a problem. Alright, no issue there. Quit match. Now we know a little bit where we need to improve. We need to improve on heat and ammo. Alright, and I really kind of like the idea of swapping engines, but you don't have enough money for a new engine either. Okay. Now, in a dream situation, is what we would do is we would replace this engine with a standard engine that fits. Alright, so the way you do that, well, just leave that guy there, turn this little check off. Too heavy, of course it is. Alright, so we take the engine out, alright, and we look at our standard engines and we see what fits on weight. And anything that fits on weight will be above the line. Alright, it says, your PO, you can't afford this, which we expected, no biggie, but that's sort of the process, and that'll be the last thing that we do on this mech. Oh wait, we'll just do it this way. Okay, engines. What engines do we own? We own one engine, the one that used to be in there. Put it back in there, we need you. Alrighty. We need ammo. We need ammo and heat sinks. So right now, let's look at heat sinks. Equipment. Oh, I almost panicked. Uncheck the owned. Alright, miscellaneous heat sinks. There we go. Let's put 3 in there to start off with. 3. Alrighty, now we're gonna have to do something about ammo. Since you have an XL engine, putting ammo in your left and right torsos are not brilliant. In fact, it's historically kind of a risky move. But we're building the mech, so we're going to do it. Hello, forgot you were there. Alright, one of each there for now. We're fine with that. We've got 3 extra heat sinks, 2 extra tons of ammo, and still have some space left over, which is fine. Now, since we can do this, can we even afford this? That's an interesting thought. How many spaces does that chew up? Alright, just to see how much we can cram in here. That can freeze up. Nice! Bring these up to 40. Alright, there we go. Alright, now there's an even number at least, which is a good sign. Your torsos are all nice and happy. Your head is big. I'm gonna go ahead and do the 18 because you've got a big head in this thing, in the mech. I'm not talking about you personally. For right now, let's put ammo in. We'll put you 2 in there, which is, then again, is stupid, but it's not gonna be part of our final build. Alright, what have we spent all this money on? Ammo, heat sinks, and let's bring these back down to 35 where they were. 35. You're gonna need a money grind, something fierce before this thing is gonna be done. Okay. Alright, now let's save with no cancel. Cancel, 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 cancel. We spent too much money on the fibers and we don't need it yet, so don't mess with it. Mech lab, go back to here. We do need heat sinks and ammo, so let's start off heat sinks. We're going to go back to 3, put 3 in the extra engine slots, which is, oops, missed, which is a nice deal. Alright. There we go, nice deal there. I am going to put ammo in your arms. I don't know where I'm putting the ammo, dude. Alright. Let's go ahead and put center. Not usually the best idea for a final build, but we're doing it. And also, you know, it's not too bad. If you get a crit, you've got all of these crit spots. Okay, only 2 of the crit spots aren't insta-kill. Because if you lose that, you're dead. If you lose that, you fall over, you die. Okay, so it's not like your odds are any worse than they are normally. Alright, save 12,000. Good. Now, 3 extra heat sinks, a little bit extra ammo. Let's see how we are on the heat at this point. Nesting grounds. Forest colony is fine because its ambient temperature is perfectly normal. You're not overly hot, you're not overly cold, so we're not getting anything weird to expect. And then if you run into a cold planet like the Borg planet or one of the ice planets, that's just bonus gravy. Who doesn't love gravy? Hello. There we go. Please wake up. Thank you. All right. Now, how many shots do we get before we heat? Well, we're still getting pretty hot. Yeah. Okay. Well, we know now. With max, that is still very hot. Look down here at your ammo. What are we looking at? Okay, we're getting better. We're not there yet. We're getting better though. Okay. Money. We need to do a fundraiser. Let's have a cakewalk. Alright, there you are. Okay, let's see what the price will be if we make this perfectly. If we do everything we want to do, well, that would be 1.5 million right off the bat. And we're 880, which is not cool. Alright, so we need to do some money grinding. And skills. I bet you haven't unlocked the first skill in this, have you? Assault mech, Kodiak. Let's see, we're on to K3. K3, hey, you've gotten some points. Alright, you count as heat sinks, so give you, yes, we're spending points on heat. Your heat containment, because we have heat issues. We're buying some heat skills. There we go, you've got 2,000 points. Fantastic. We will get the Kinetic Burst. Still have to worry about that later, we need it anyway. Kinetic Burst. Now you're at another 1,000, which doesn't work out evenly anywhere, so that's fine. The important thing is we got heat taken care of a little bit. You do need more heat sinks. Alright, so we are going to put 3 more heat sinks in this. And hope that when we're able to get the double heat sinks doohickey. Oops. Right. That's okay. We sort of expected that. Alright. Now, my thinking is more ammo, which means we're taking some stuff from your arms, and your arms can help shield. Let's take a look at your arms. We will save right where we're at. We're short a few tons. That's okay. Let's take a look at how big your arms are. Are your arms big enough to shield your torso? They are. Okay, which is a really good thing. So we want some armor in your arms. We don't want to soak all the armor out of your arms. I'll show you why in a moment. Right now, we're just going to think. Okay, we're going to stay where we are and see how this behaves in the fight. Okay, my thinking process is once you're able to spin fast, or somebody's shooting you in the face, you spin your top torso over and you let them shoot you in the arms, because your arms are fodder. They're shields to protect your body. And so we don't want to sap these down to nothing. Alright, we do want to do the head. You got big head, and I don't like the idea of that, so we're going to save, yes, save, and just for now, all the important parts are covered. 50 is 100, good, we will save that. Piper, I'm not really talking to you, I'm actually talking to Paul on the screen, and no, you can't play video games, you're a cat. There you go, hop down. Alright, see how long that hop down lasts. Alright, Super Gunner! Meow! Alright, let's take it into battle and see where we stand. Not sure how this is going to turn out. Now this mech doesn't have, I don't think it has a money bonus. So it's not the mech we want to use to grind up money specifically for grinding up money. Ooh, wow! I forgot, clan mechs get that bonus case on all of your spots. So the whole putting ammo in your legs isn't really that big of a deal in a clan mech. It's pretty important in a sphere mech because no one has case protected, things, and you're gonna get like chain reactions and blowing stuff to pieces. So you never put ammo somewhere important. You can do it in a clan mech. It's not that big of a deal. The whole fact they put an XL engine in there. I wonder if your other Kodiaks, they all have XL engines, or if we can just swap out an engine. That's something we might consider. Because I don't like being a 100-ton mech in what you think is going to be your favorite battle mech with XL engines in the torsos. That seems like a bad forethought. Ah, here we go. Alright, that would be smart for heat issues, but I just love this map. So we're taking that. No conquest! We are an assault mech. We will be useless in the conquest. Well, not useless, but we sure are not going to be winning any speed tests. Let's see, what we're looking at here. Alpine Grimplexes, that's fine. We like Grimplexes. Grimplexes is perfectly good for our purposes. Because its ambient temperature is pretty normal. And we want to know how we manage our heat. Alrighty, we do have one AMS in us, so that'll shoot down some missiles. Meow, no, you can't come up here. I'm not kidding, girl. Stop that. Go beat up Flint or something. Why he lets you do that, I will never understand. He's like 3 times your size. Be careful when using jump jets. Ooh, I even check. I don't think you can get jump jets in this, but if you can, I mean, that's kind of cool. A flying 100-ton mech is just a dream of mine since middle school. In the early 80s, when I used to play this on tabletop with figures and dice and character sheets. We are as ready as we're going to get. Good. That means we get to stand next to this. This is the type of Atlas the DC has the ECM, the cloaking device type thing on it. So we will stand next to him and both be very tall. I don't expect us to do very well because we don't have any skills, and this mech is definitely not done.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online.
One thing I should have checked, you
All systems
bought 3
nominal.
Kodiaks, which says to me you probably bought a package, which also says you should have some free premium time. I wonder if you activated it, or if it auto-activated, or how's that work? Hi, Mr. Atlas, we would like to ride with you.
Where to, guys? You want to rally at base?
Affirmative.
Sure, we'll rally at base.
Affirmative.
I'm not talking on my mic to him because I'm
Affirmative.
Yeah, fine.
Affirmative.
Okay, so 180 rounds, the AC-5 shoots faster than the AC-10.
Affirmative.
But you're still basically looking at
Affirmative.
90 shots per gun, although we probably... We'll see how it performs.
Yeah,
Affirmative.
Stand by.
Wow, okay, people are addicted to the affirmative. That's alright, though. Ooh, wow, 3 assaults in. There's another assault right behind us. So there's Atlas,
Artillery
us
strike
Kodiak,
online.
and another one right behind us. The green diamond with the plus size sign in it, it's got all 4 quarters. That's the icon for assault mech. So we are the fat
Most
boys.
likely to be coming down the
Target
echo line.
acquired.
Way
Target
out in the
spotted.
distance. Watch to see if we got any idiots. You always have your idiots in the team. Somebody launches, missiles at 2,000 meters out. That's a sure sign that we have idiots. We are going 64 kilometers an hour in a 100-ton mech.
New target
Sort of like the
acquired.
fact that we can go that fast, but I still think that our engine is the wrong
Target
engine
spotted.
for this mech. Somebody gets sniped at
Bravo,
Phoenix
Kodiak
Hawk.
2. Start one
What's our ranges? Ideal range is 540 on a 10, so you
Target
want
spotted.
one range module eventually to put on just the 10s.
General Warhawk or Dire Whale moving out. Delta.
Target spotted.
New target acquired.
Alright, I kinda like this.
They're on at E5, E6.
New target acquired.
Somebody shot us in the back. Hey.
Target spotted.
Whoever you are over there shooting us in the back, that was you. You shot us in the back, dude. Don't do that. That's rude. I was here first anyway. Oops, I missed. Alright. Somebody took some pot shots at us, so we give
Attack
them
is primary.
a second to find a new target.
Ryder.
New target
That
acquired.
Kodiak. Come on, Kodiak. Pop your head over the wheel and shoot you in the face! Missed. Missed.
Fraction. Back and Hotel 6, Hotel 7.
Attack is primary.
Alright, we're moving forward here.
New target acquired.
Run, dude, run!
Target spotted. Affirmative. Target spotted.
That woke
Affirmative.
up. Little storm crow scared the life out of him for a while.
Attack is primary.
Alright, hey, Century. I will be flying one of you eventually, however, right now I'm helping Paul. Who was shooting him? Because we can take more hits than he can. Alright, time to push.
Ultra autocannon ammo at 25%.
Yeah, we're already running low on ammo.
New target acquired.
Attack is primary.
Ultra autocannon ammo depleted.
Alright, out of ammo. We knew ammo was going to be an issue. It's an issue. Ran out of AC-10 ammo first. Alright, that Kodiak's dead.
25%.
Took some we were almost all together.
Attack is
44,
primary.
so 20 rounds left in the AC-5s, and that's it. Let's get some cover. Alright, stop! Oh! We'll get hard break eventually. Good. That Kodiak be dead. We killed him. Let's see, who's next? You're next. Stalker. Oops, I missed. That's all right. I've got plenty of ammo. I
New
can do this,
target
right?
acquired.
Wait, was his right.
Artillery strike
They
activated.
got
I'm using one of your artillery strikes, Paul. I'm sure we've earned enough money to offset the cost.
New target acquired.
we needed up somehow.
Alright, so you definitely need more AC-10 ammo.
Attack is
more
primary.
ammo altogether in this. But that's alright. We did good. We're doing good on the heat. I like our heat so far. Hi, guys. Hit me. I can take it.
Target acquired.
I'm gonna scare the living daylights out of this Mad
Attack is
Dog.
primary.
Hi, Mad Dog. Well, right now, because we're low on the big
New
bullets,
target acquired.
bite, first our bite.
Autocannon ammo depleted.
We are officially out of ammo.
Destroyed.
Ha 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 ha.
It's still doing.
Attack is primary.
Torso critical failure. Target
Let's scare
acquired.
them. Hit us. We dare ya. Ha 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 ha. Yes. Go for it. Ha 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 ha. Ah, we can take it. Look how tough we are! Ha 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 ha! Yes, I know. Break their lines! If our team is smart, they will be following us, taking advantage of the giant hole we've placed in their line. Capturing base! We're out of ammo, so we can just get... Hit us more! Come on! Yes, okay, that was actually a lot of fun. Okay, so 6 kill assists. I thought we got the blow on that Kodiak, apparently not. 417 points damage, and that was, we ran out of ammo halfway through the fight. So actually, I feel pretty good about that.
Alright.
Airstrike
And,
online.
We did the job of an assault. We took all the ammo hits, and
Yeah.
our team, moving behind
Target
us.
acquired.
That was done pretty well. I've got no arguments with
Protect
that
this
one.
position.
That was good.
Alright, we got 2 in their base. We'll cap
You did pretty good on heat. Did better on heat than I thought
Protect
you were
this
going
position.
to. Still, what I'm thinking at the
Can't get
moment
lost in that guy.
is we get the 1.5 million together for double heat sinks.
I'm back there.
Then
He's
yank
in the hills.
those 5 heat sinks out at 1 ton apiece and see where we're at, which might even out the heat problems and free up 5 extra tons for
Target
important stuff
acquired.
like ammunition and maybe more armor. Although our armor held up pretty darn good, even with that XL engine. I expect us to get that XL engine more than it did, and we did good. We fully intended to die on that one. Come on, dude, nuke 'em! There we go.
Yeah, man.
Alright, we won that. And this will also tell us whether you've got premium time active or not. So that's good. Alright, you don't have premium time active. Or it would have said, you've earned da-da-da-da, and then down here it said premium time, you got first victory of the day, nice.
Pull in the shots and still
But that's
did more
alright.
damage.
We will check to see if you own any premium time. And I will not activate it. That's up to you, dude. That's your stuff. I look at the mic as though you're there at the mic. I probably should look at the camera, because you're more or less on the other end of the camera. Alrighty. Yeah, see down here. Premium time remaining. All out. But you've got some banked because of this Kodiak. So when you get on, after you set your game back to monitor for your computer, click this little activate button and you'll begin using your premium time again, which is a good thing. You got 3 grand there. I'm not touching any of that either. Alright, so 930,000. We need at least 1.5 for the heat sinks. Double heat sinks are important. Okay, I am just going to look real quick to see what you've got, because if you've got more than 2 of anything, so you got 4 CR mediums, which is a good number to have. We'll leave all 4 of those. Yeah, you've got nothing that you can really effectively sell. Alright, we do want to look at module. Oh, well, that's a good idea. My favorite thing, it really is, you are 100-ton mech and you stand like, 5 stories up. So that's not going to be a huge issue, but it's a really good idea for when you're corner pulling or hump hilling, you drop off right off the bat. So that was smart. The thing is, you've got 2 weapon modules. Okay, and what I would do is Ultra AC 5 cooldown, or there's the 10 cooldown, you don't have the 5 unlocked. Alright, how are we on 550? I'm not going to spend those, but in a perfect world, you have the AC 10 cooldown right there. Alright, the AC 5 cooldown right there, and then the AC 5 range when you eventually get mastered right there. That's ideally where you'll want to be. That way your AC 5 has range closer to the AC 10. You want those to be as close as possible, and they fire as fast as you can possibly muster. That's the goal there. Okay. Right now we're looking pretty good, except for we immediately have to get this heat sinks double. Alright, yank some of these out, get more ammo in. You need ammo. Alright, so just for purposes of right now. Oh, my bloody memory. You ran out of 10 first? You ran out of 10 first. Ammo. Ballistic. Ultra AC 10s. You know what? We were in a clan mech and everything is case protected, which means if an ammo explosion goes off, it's not going to cause a chain reaction, because chain reactions are bad. Alright, so that's a 10, and if we do half a ton of each for now, we will have to tinker with this to see you know, what configuration gets you the most ammo per ton. But immediately we need to get this double heat sink, and you're still 500,000 away from that. Okay, now, one thing I'm going to do, and by all means, change it back if you like it better the other way, but for purposes of this, we are putting a UAV, not those. UAV, right there. Okay, because UAV can earn you extra experience points where cooling off doesn't. So that way, if we decide to charge into battle and break their lines by letting them shoot at us and panic about us as opposed to worrying about everybody's actually doing damage, pop a UAV right over the whole group's head, and now the whole team can see what's going on, not just us. That was pretty cool looking though. Alright. So I think this concludes my little unwrapping video for your Kodiak. Alright, but we've got two. The key is you gotta spam those buttons fast. We're not going to be doing alpha strikes. We're doing continual damage. Whap, 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 whap. You know, so spam that button as much as you can. Don't worry if they get jammed. You know, you duck for cover if your weapon's jammed. It cycles about 4 seconds. It fixes itself. You know, but we're just going to be laying down fire, and you're going to be spamming the ever-loving daylights out of the trigger button. There are dirty jokes that are bound with, you know, moving your finger super fast. You know, get good at it, practice it, have your wife help you out, whatever it takes. But that's what you want to get good at, spamming that button really fast. That's how this build works. Because you're doing 30 points of damage, excuse me, right? 10, 5, 15, yeah, 30 points of damage every time you spam that finger. So it's not one time. Alright, heat sinks. There's no way I'm making 500,000 credits in one match. That just never happens. Not to me anyway. But that'd be ideal. I'm going to go ahead and call this a video. We know what we're looking at here. We're looking at speed. We're looking at ammo. I'll do one more fight and then we'll stop the video. Alright, because this video is going to be getting pretty big, pretty fast. And, well, you know, we'll be merciful on the upload gods when we upload this giant video to YouTube and send you a link. We are searching for a place to put your giant metal butt. Super Gunner! We got a DACA build for Kodiak. I love how high up your guns are, man. That's just beautiful. Hopefully we've got a little bit more ammo now to help us out through our fight. And we managed heat pretty well, so I'm happy with that. I think you need about 9 million, probably 10 million credits, the blue credits, you know, to finish this mech off, which would be your double heat sinks, okay? Seriously looking at swapping out engines for something that's not an extra light, you know, just because of the hitboxes. We like the, and nope, not Conquest, Skirmish, never Conquest and Assault Mech. Whenever possible. Okay, so double heat sinks. It helps if I actually look at the mech lab. I use it like cheat notes. Yeah, memory's not good anymore. I forgot something like 30 seconds after I first said it. Rewind. Whatever I said earlier was brilliant. I'm kidding, I think. Alrighty, where are we? Alpine Peaks, we're fine with that. Alpine Peak Skirmish, we're okay with. No problem. Dead air. Always such a wonderful thing. Alright, we're just waiting in bated anticipation for the match to load. Alright, anyway, here we go. Yes, we are ready. Let's take a look here. I really don't know what that is. We got another Kodiak. Alright, we got 4 in there. We're in a 3. There's a Warhammer. Trebuchet archers. I like archers. I'm a fan. Hunchbacks. Everybody loves hunchbacks. I don't have one, but it's on my we'll learn about someday list. But that's one of the cool things about this game. There's always more to learn about.
Reactor online. Sensors online.
All these bloody
Weapons
buttons.
online.
One of these buttons must be Pac-Man.
All systems nominal.
Alright. I do not want to lead. Oh, look, hey, Mr. Kodiak. Oh, wow, okay, that Kodiak's got generic home store-bought paint job. So chances are he's every bit as new as we are. Because we at least have groovy paint. A couple of colors unlocked, and we've applied them. And we're going the exact same speed, so he doesn't have the speed kick either. So he's probably right out of the box just like we are, so don't expect much out of him yet. Wow, that was interesting. Dude, you're tiny. Do not stop there. Assume that that guy's a moron. Okay, we got some cover in hills in this direction, so we're going this way.
Contact K7.
Yeah, but he's like 4 million miles out, so don't worry about it.
9K10.
Let's see, we will not be climbing any hills today. We don't have the
Artillery
skills
strike
for it.
Target acquired.
Although I kind of like the idea of climbing up that in a 100-ton mech. That sounds like fun to me. It's actually a kind of a bad idea. We will, however, guard this.
New
Oh,
target
look.
acquired.
Target spotted.
Where are our scouts?
Alright, that little guy is, I'm not sure whether he's brave or stupid.
He's pulling us. Pull back, pull back.
I think he was shooting it. They got like 400 meters out, which makes him stupid with machine
From
guns.
front the line on Lima 8. Don't go one at a time, they will crush us.
New target acquired. Artillery strike activated. New target acquired.
Sorry, dude. Alright, we lit him up. Our heat's a little high. Let's let him get room to run because he fell off the cliff, which I'm sure was not part of his plan. And we can cool down. Look at that. That's our other buddy, Kodiak. Pull that guy up.
New target acquired.
Wow, that's a cluster. We need a UAV right over there, and you and I are not the ones who are going to drop it.
Okay.
Sorry, Kodiak. Come on through, big guy.
I'm flanking.
Warning, incoming missile. New target acquired. Warning, incoming missile.
Target spotted.
Heat level critical.
Alright, heat is still a problem, even in the ice. You gotta get that double heat sinks thing going on. We're not gonna make it without it. Alright, we are in pushing position.
And I'm down.
UAV before I overheated. Oops, that was a mistake. Then the UAV would be there spotting for the rest of the team and earning us truckloads of points, and I made a mistake. Oops. Oh well.
Max Heavy coming on Kilo 8.
Yeah, I do. Oh well, that's alright. It was a pretty good max though, that's not too bad. We'll see how much damage we did. We laid down some damage. We took a lot of damage. I made a mistake. That's a pretty big one in my book, because that would have helped the team out a lot. Having information would have gotten you truckloads of money and experience points for the UAV, collecting all those spotting assists, because it would have got a lot of them in that location. But I overheated myself. Oops. Alright. Oh, I like archers. What's this guy's loadout? Yeah. So let's peek. I'm not sure what he's done. He's very low armed for what's possible.
Target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired. New target acquired.
Let's find someone who actually
Warning,
has a decent
incoming
build.
missile.
What is this? Hunchback? Oh, I like hunchbacks. Where do I want hunchbacks over here? 'Cause I don't have one, but I keep seeing good things from him. He's looking at. Oh. Hunchback is
Also
back
critical
there.
damage.
Oh, this is the 2C version. Yes, that's good.
Target destroyed. New
At
target
some point, I think I
acquired.
will.
Target
look into
spotted.
Hunchback. Seems to be a cool thing. I just don't have one yet.
New target acquired. Target destroyed. New target acquired. Target destroyed. Target acquired.
Stormcrow. Fox Stormcrow.
Alrighty. I love it when people cuss in English with a German accent. It's
Guys,
always so, there's some
move
extra
and
guttural
fire.
term.
New target acquired.
And now we are in that position. Fuck.
That might have been.
New target
I'm
acquired.
not sure. Awesome on top of that hill. Awesome's weighed like what, 85 tons?
New target
90 tons?
acquired.
They're pretty big.
Target destroyed.
There are two on the top of Lima 8.
Well, that's definitely not Russian. Well, it might be. I don't know.
Target acquired.
I can do a lot of different accents
One station
by ear,
Kilo
but
9.
it's Russian and German. I've never quite figured out.
Target acquired. New target acquired. Engine torso critical damage. Target
Damn, dude, how many
acquired.
kills you gonna get?
Fuck. They are in the position that we were at the beginning.
Oh yeah?
New target acquired.
Golf, get the Stormcrow.
New target acquired. New target acquired.
Okay, the last one is on top of the hill.
New target acquired.
Yeah, unless both of those got that. us forever.
Yeah, that guy's up there. He's missing most of his mech. He's
Target
unarmed.
destroyed.
There we go. Finally got him.
God, he's son of a bitch.
Big game.
Alright.
He's up here fighting.
Well, I think so far. We'll look at our numbers here and see how we did.
Honestly, at the beginning, we were on the top and on the side.
Alright,
and
so
they were
fire
all
14 points of
down.
damage. Yeah, that guy that fell down the hill and landed on us, well, he
At
took
the
a
end,
bullet to the
it
back.
was literally, we were in the
9
valley and they
assists,
were
one of them was
shooting
most
us.
damage dealt. Fire 14 points. And we'd have gotten extra money once you activate the premium. I'm not going to do that for you. That's your money, you do that. But 105, you know, that was a pretty good match. We did alright. We did a lot better if I had calculated the heat a little better in my head and launched that a second earlier. I was trying to get as close as I could before I launched that UAV and overheated just a smidge early. Alright, but shooting very, very fast, so, which is what we want. But we need to get that double heat sink. So here's your to-do list on this mech. Okay? Double heat sinks immediately. Okay? And then run a few matches, see how that goes. These will all pop out the second you hit double, because these are all singles. You may not need them anymore, which is fine. But you want to run a couple matches, do a couple shooting into the hills, whatever, you know, to see how your heat manages, and then come back to it and see if we need to put those back in. Okay, and if you do, great, do it. If you don't, more ammunition. You need ammo. Alright, and for final end, consider swapping this XL engine to a regular standard engine to get rid of these kill boxes. And that sounds great. So I'll be happy to help you more later, but this should get you started. And thanks for letting me toy around on your new Kodiak, because Kodiaks are cool. I'll talk to you later, Paul.